Trainer Jose Benavidez Sr. has boldly claimed that his son, WBC interim light heavyweight champion David Benavidez, will hurt WBA regular champion David Morrell when they square off on February 1st in Las Vegas. According to Jose Sr., Morrell lacks the experience to handle the pressure of such a high-profile stage, unlike his son Benavidez. Benavidez Sr. believes the 26-year-old Cuban fighter will falter under the spotlight. However, critics argue this optimism might be misplaced, particularly given Benavidez' struggles in his light heavyweight debut against Alexander Gvozdyk. Once known as the Mexican Monster, at super middleweight, Benavidez appeared vulnerable at 175 pounds, raising questions about his power and adaptability in the division.
People was talking about him on his last fight, like you said, that he's not the same or whatever. I was about to cancel that fight. I didn't tell nobody. He injured his right hand. Thank God everything's good now. And he had a cut over his side 2 weeks before the fight. So he's perfect, great, strong, motivated, and we're going to hurt David Morrell on February 1st. He's a strong fighter, young, and I think, to be honest with you, everywhere I go, everybody's really happy about this fight because at the end of the day, Morrell is a good fighter, man. He's a very dangerous fighter, left-hander, and but there's levels to boxing, man. I think David's in a different level. David's super focused mentally, spiritually, and everything, man. He's so motivated, and at the end of the day, we got to go through him in order to go to the other fighters like Benavidez, be bold, and maybe cruiserweight. Zurdo Ramirez, congratulations on his win. He looked spectacular, so those are the fights that we're aiming. He's super young, and nobody or nothing's gonna stop David from achieving his dreams.
Morrell has shown he belongs in the light heavyweight ranks. In his most recent fight, he dismantled Radivoje Kalajic, staggering him repeatedly with precise and devastating single shots. Notably, Morrell's power even surpassed that of feared puncher Artur Beterbiev, who had not handled Kalajic as decisively. Benavidez' move up to light heavyweight has exposed potential weaknesses. Analysts point to his relatively slender upper body as a disadvantage against the more physically imposing fighters in the division. Furthermore, some fans remain skeptical of Benavidez' explanations for his underwhelming performance against Gvozdyk, citing dual hand injuries. Critics suggest his trademark flurries, once effective at 168 pounds, lack the same impact against a larger, more resilient opponent. Jose Sr.'s claim that his son has faced everybody at super middleweight and light heavyweight has also drawn scrutiny. While Benavidez holds notable wins, including one against Caleb Plant, critics argue his record is padded with victories over older or past their prime opponents. At light heavyweight, his lone win came against a 37-year-old Gvozdyk, who was returning to the sport after a 4-year hiatus. As the February clash approaches, the question remains, will David Benavidez prove he's still a force to be reckoned with at light heavyweight? Or will David Morrell expose the limitations of the former super middleweight champion? One thing is certain, this matchup will be pivotal for both fighters' legacies.